After months of what felt like real progress towards finally getting Battlefront 3, it seems like all of our hopes may actually be lost. New developments at EA have shaken things up, pushing the company in an entirely new direction, and unfortunately, it's not one that favors ambitious Star Wars projects. Before we dive into today's news, if you're a fan of all things Star Wars gaming, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I cover the industry in detail and you won't want to miss the latest updates, leaks, and breakdowns. But for now, let's talk about exactly what's happening at EA Games. EA Games has just been purchased in an insane $55 billion buyout by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, the PIF, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners. Why did this happen? Well, before the purchase, EA was sitting on a mountain of debt, roughly $20 billion. These new buyers are coming in with one clear goal: profit. And that means EA's entire direction as a company is about to change. The investors are aiming to push EA forward through safer and more predictable methods of making money. Translation: fewer risks, fewer expensive AAA titles, and more emphasis on guaranteed profit machines. That means the spotlight will fall even harder on EA's sports titles, Madden, FIFA, and others. These games are annual juggernauts that rake in cash with microtransactions and Ultimate Team packs. Alongside them, we'll see continued focus on proven earners like The Sims and one Star Wars game, Galaxy of Heroes. But here's the problem. AAA titles like Battlefield, Mass Effect, or Star Wars Battlefront are high-risk, high-investment projects, and this new ownership has no interest in risky ventures right now. And remember, this isn't coming out of nowhere. Even before the buyout, EA was making massive cutbacks. Over 1,000 employees were laid off. Multiple AAA games were canceled, including an unannounced Star Wars title and the long-awaited Titanfall sequel. Now with the buyout finalized, it's likely to get even harsher. The investors are reportedly betting big on AI-driven cost cutting, meaning we could see even more layoffs and potentially AI-generated content creeping its way into EA titles. That's not exactly reassuring for fans of carefully crafted single-player experiences. One interesting piece here is why the Saudi PIF is so invested. Over the past 5 years, they've poured more than $20 billion into global soccer. They even bought Newcastle United and have been aggressively pulling UK players into Saudi leagues with massive salaries. So from their perspective, investing in FIFA isn't just about gaming. It's about strengthening their influence on global football as a whole. And with FIFA being one of EA's biggest moneymakers, it fits perfectly with the PIF strategy. Here's where it really stings for us Star Wars fans. The new direction doesn't just kill off any realistic chance of Battlefront 3 being developed by EA, it also puts other projects in danger. The biggest one? The sequel to Jedi Survivor. We know it's been in development for some time, but if cost-cutting continues, there's a chance even Jedi 3 could face cancellation or serious downsizing. And remember, EA is now private. They still owe billions in debt, and that pressure could lead to more aggressive monetization schemes, mass layoffs, or shelvings of games that don't immediately promise sky-high returns. Now, there is one small glimmer of hope because these are Star Wars titles. Lucasfilm Games ultimately has a say. They could, in theory, assign a different studio to handle projects like Battlefront 3. But that comes with its own complications. New developers would mean a completely different vision, different timelines, and different game engines. It would take years of rebuilding. In other words, Battlefront could technically be picked up elsewhere. The odds are slim, and things look especially grim for Jedi 3. The bottom line is this: things are not good at EA right now. For Star Wars fans, this essentially kills off the momentum we've built in pushing for a Battlefront 3. Lucasfilm now knows how much demand there is in the community for the game, but the road to actually making it has just gotten longer, harder, and far more expensive. So while the dream isn't completely dead, it's definitely on life support. And until EA or Lucasfilm make a major move, the wait for Battlefront 3 might be much longer than any of us were hoping for. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts on EA and Battlefront 3 now? Is everything hopeless? Is there still somehow a chance? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already and you liked the video, leaving a thumbs up would mean the world. And if you want to stay up to date on the situation, subscribing will be incredibly beneficial to my channel. Stay strong, everyone. Hopefully things get better soon, but until then, I hope I still get to see you all on the battlefront.